Hello, and welcome to episode 25 of The Drop. It is a lot of episodes of The Drop Live. And I'm Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
And I'm Jarrett, kind of with Believe in the Run.
Yeah, he's like a accessory.
Well, ever since nobody's giving out wide shoes anymore, Jarrett's now become a sideshow freak.
Yeah, gotten shoes in years.
We really need to do something that. Yeah, ooh,
sorry.
He's throwing down. I'm gonna have to hold him back. It is weird because he is a freak, but the problem is,
still love him.
If you're out there and you manufacture shoes and you're looking for someone to test your wide shoes, this is your man. It's so sad because we just got this really cool shoe, and there's no way.
It's a wider shoe.
It is wide, and then it narrows out right where Jared has problems.
He goes,
yeah, it's hourglass shape.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
His is a rectangle block of ice shape.
I'm like diamond shape. Yeah,
okay. Diamonds are forever.
He's an uncut gem.
You're
Go
welcome.
see in theaters now.
Yeah, you're welcome, Adam Sandler.
Hey, is this one sponsored by anybody today?
It isn't.
Oh, that is awesome.
We could make up one.
No, I think now that gives us the chance to talk about anything we want.
Like us twinning today. What?
Good. BFFB.
That's a shout out to our running crew.
Faster Bastards.
It's cute.
Yeah. You're kind of a part-time bastard, too.
Yeah.
It's like part-time
I
Believe
think
in the Run.
I'm like a part-time person.
Part-time.
Yeah.
It's my life.
He also enjoys the November Project.
Yeah.
And
I dabble.
In other projects.
The donut flying squirrels.
I need to cut back on the sugar. It's too much.
Is that your goal for 2020?
At least maybe a few months.
Just pulling up the
We
tube.
We got racing to do.
We do have racing to do. And Jarrett, I think this is going to be the year of fast Jarrett because if he doesn't get faster, his wife is going to smoke him.
I can't wait to see that.
Because she's starting off the year right.
I'm gonna be Coach Dante Thomas. I'm gonna learn how to become a trophy husband.
Yes, I am now accepting applications for men who are slower than their spouse. So welcome to my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to dress fancier. I'm gonna have to look the part.
Yeah, you gotta look like you're fast.
Yeah.
That's the most important part.
Yeah,
of it
and
all,
then cheer on your lady.
Yeah.
Speaking of looking,
when you're actually running in a race, nobody on the sidelines can tell how fast you're running. It looks like you're running slow, no matter or you're running fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because you could be like, I pulled a hammy if you're in the back. Oh yeah, normally I'd be way up front, but of course my foot hurts.
And if she gets any sort of medals, then by law that's marital property, and that's half mine.
Yeah. I mean, when you go into our area where all the trophies are,
it's a good look.
Yeah, if you look at it, like where our ribbons and stuff, like there's a whole bunch of trophies, and they're all Megan's.
So keep watching us to support us, because if times get tough, Thomas is gonna have to go down the recycling yard and take all of Megan's medals, melt them down.
Yeah. So before we get into the shoes, do you guys get anything good for Christmas /
Hanukkah / my birthday / the month of December?
Yeah. Any running gear?
Yeah, I got a new Garmin 235. I upgraded from the 245.
245.
From the 235.
Does it have music on it?
No, I didn't want that one.
There's the 245 and the one with music.
I don't listen. People are like, you run without music, and I'm like,
I noticed you got a new ring as well.
Yeah, the Enso ring.
We love the Enso rings. How many of those do you have now? 14?
2.
No.
It just depends on his mood.
Yeah.
Does it change colors with your mood? Because that would.
No. Well, it depends. If you.
No, it's the same white one he had. It's just that's how dirty he is.
It got tarnished and turned green.
What else did you get? Is this a new hoodie?
Yeah, this is the Path Project hoodie.
Ooh, Path Project. Yeah,
does it have the watch hole?
Oh yeah,
it's
it
the
does.
best.
You're a watch hole.
Show that to the audience.
This is genius.
Yeah,
I don't know why more companies don't do this.
Because when it gets cold out, then you got to do all that pushing around your sleeve.
A lot of effort.
Are you running tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. This is actually very nice.
I love it.
That's an updated one. I was nice enough. I'm going to say that I was big enough. When Path sent us a nice little holiday pack, thank you, Path. I have their version of this before this, and I thought, Jared's not getting any shoes. He's not getting anything. You know what? Let's give the boys some Path Project.
Yeah.
And you know what? How much do you like the Path Project? It's pretty nice stuff, isn't it?
It's comfy.
I love their stuff.
It's real comfy.
I really do.
Yeah.
And they're not a sponsor. We just love their stuff.
Yeah. That's unbiased approval.
So anyways, let's get down to some more business. Oh wait, I guess we didn't cover any Christmas presents for you if you wanted to.
I got a pair of Tracksmith Van Cortlandt shorts.
Nice.
I got some Stance socks.
Nice.
I
just got the Koros. I got 2 watch bands from.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's clean.
I like the white band on the.
Dude,
watch.
then you
Looks
need
nice.
the white rubber ring to go with that.
I do.
I know.
Yeah.
Just white accessories.
Yeah.
Speaking of white accessories, maybe we should introduce our first shoe today.
Oh, you got me scared there.
Not that guy.
Where's Robbie going?
Sorry.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, most of you are probably waiting for this baby.
This guy,
Yeah.
as we were all waiting for.
Hype. It's on the hype. Hype and trail.
We're just gonna have him do this for 10 more minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't freestyle, so it's just gonna be me singing.
We're never gonna get
random
another
stuff.
shoe.
Yeah. So as you may see, we're kind of confused.
Which shoe is this, by the way?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it's the
okay.
Nike Infinity React,
It is.
or
Or is it?
is it the Nike React Infinity?
It is. Or is it?
That's the problem, because we're seeing it both ways. But if you look on the tag on the back, it says Infinity React.
It's. Yeah. So
Nike
it says,
does this to me sometimes.
It says on the tag Infinity React, but on all the marketing and the press releases and so on, it's React Infinity. So.
And they got me on this the first time with the turbos, because it was like
They
paid
did.
35 turbo,
And then they
and then they
switched
like
it
got
out.
rid of the 35, and they're like, oh, that's too confusing.
Yep.
And hey, we have a special guest in the studio right
it
now.
Slides.
Hey, Gavin, you want to come say hello?
Gavin,
we're
we
talking
got
about a
Nikes.
friend of yours.
This is
So-
your shot. You can enjoy this one.
Look at this.
Yes.
Come on in, say hello.
Come on.
This
Come
is
in.
this is one of our celebrity guests, Gavin.
Now you're in frame.
Okay.
Gavin, you can use your last name if you want to. I'll keep you anonymous otherwise, because I know you got to keep a low profile.
But yeah, Gavin's a huge fan of the Epic React. He and I ran a ton of miles in them last year.
Yes.
So, last couple years, I guess.
Actually, I have 5 pairs, so
5 pairs.
yeah.
Dude,
That's
That's
legit.
awesome.
a lot.
So this
So
is
this is the new.
This is it. We were
Yeah.
just discussing whether it's the Infinity React or the React Infinity.
Okay.
No one really knows.
No
But we
one
think it's
knows.
the React Infinity, but obviously from the heel pull tab, it is something
Infinity
different.
React.
yeah.
I don't know.
First thoughts?
Yeah, this is the first time you're holding it, right?
It is first
We
time.
caught you off.
What are you thinking?
It feels similar to the React, Epic Reacts. Pretty light, as you know. This midsole looks familiar. The outsole
Yeah, the
has a
tooling.
lot of rubber on it, so I'm interested to see how long these will last.
Yeah.
Because
Epic's.
I have like all 5 pairs of mine that still have life in them. So this is a lot. This is more like the Odyssey, right? The Odyssey
Oh,
React.
yeah.
It might be
Kinda-
might be more than that, Phil.
I think so.
You could say it's even maybe a baby of the Odyssey.
People are saying that, but then somebody else said it's a baby of the React and the Hoka Bondi.
Okay.
Bondi.
Bondi.
Yeah, you got to say it right. People get mad. They write it. But Gavin, one thing I thought, if you look at it toe down, you're gonna see it flares out quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
which I like in a running shoe. It gives it that hourglass shape that I like, and it is more stable than the React.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. You can slide it on if you want.
Yeah.
and
We
just
got
see
another
what you
one on
think.
Thomas's foot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got another one. We can talk about this one. Look at that. You think you stopped me? You haven't stopped me. I got another one right here.
It
Nike
really-
was nice enough to send one for each of my feet.
So one of the things that we wish that the male or the guys version had was the
pink ramp?
clip that
I mean,
goes around.
we're getting cosmetic
So,
into it.
Yeah, no, I mean we love the look of it, but so Jared, let me see real quick.
You feel it?
So
Yeah.
we had there's a gray clip right here. The women's version has a pink clip, which looks
Yeah.
real nice.
Megs looks real nice, and you can see that on the Instagram post that we did this morning. Meg and I took it out for a run, took it out for a 6-mile run just to get the feel, break it in, and I actually think this is one of the first shoes in a while that did really need some break in, because and you would hate this. It's got a very noticeable arch. So if you got a flat foot, you're going to feel that. But Megan at first was a little worried, partially through the run. Kind of came down. She said she stopped noticing, but in the beginning of the run, she was like, "Oh no, I'm not sure I'm going to like this shoe. I think that's going to hurt my arch." By the end of the shoe, by the end of the run, it was negated. It went away.
I kind of liked it. I don't know. It felt
Well, I
it
think
felt weird at
it's
first.
part of the
But
part of the
I kind of liked it.
chemistry of the shoe. What they're doing is giving you arch support.
Yeah.
And maybe that's that thing that, we're looking at this shoe as something that can provide some injury relief, so to prevent injuries.
I mean, that's the whole thing behind the shoe. Is Nike said like no more runner injuries. Supposedly, it's proven to reduce injuries.
Wider
by
base,
much.
more stable.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see how she's having the issue because this wraparound, I mean, that's not moving there.
No.
Whereas there's much more give in the
Yeah,
forefoot.
and this, you can really feel this like horseshoe part. I really felt that as like a stability thing, as like a cup for your foot. Overall, it's almost like the toe box is overly wide for what I need with a narrow foot. It wasn't so bad, but you can see I'm puckering up on the lacing a little bit. I felt like the lockdown over the arch was pretty good. Where I feel like there's a little room for improvement already. I'm going to see I ran with a very thin sock this morning, but the collar around the ankle was a little bit loose, and I did feel a little bit of heel lift when I was running. I think it's because you have this huge structure on the back, so as you're flexing through, it stops flexing here. So I felt a little bit of heel lift. Nothing that affected my run. Actually, during the strides and going through my strides, this is butter smooth. You know what it reminded me of, Gavin? One of our old-time favorites. Yeah. Lunar Epic High.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I love that shoe. And coming through on this, I mean, obviously with the rubber, you're not going to have that, like, soft feel that you had with the
Right.
Lunar Epic. But just that feeling of, hey, I'm going faster than I thought I was, because it just rolls through your stride. I think that's the thing that people are going to love about this shoe. It is a daily trainer that I think with the React midsole, you're going to definitely be able to get more than 300, maybe 500 miles on this shoe. It's got plenty of rubber on the outsole, so people aren't going to be able to complain about that. And I just, this mesh on the top, the fly knit on the top, seems really durable.
Yeah.
It's not going to fall apart.
I like the upper a lot.
This shoe is built, but it feels so good through the stride. I really, I liked running it.
What's the weight came in at for you? It was
10.58. Remember?
10.58,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guessed at it.
for a men's 10.5. So
Yeah.
you're looking at probably just under 10 for a typical size 9,
Mhm.
probably around there.
Yeah. Yeah, for Gavin's size, wear tester size. We're going to get Gavin to start reviewing shoes. For some reason, I didn't think you wanted to review shoes. But now he's back in.
All right.
But yeah, we're going to get him some shoes. But the,
So, you want to take a couple questions about it?
Yeah.
Real quick. So, Cody asks, sounds like mixed feelings on the shoe. Is it worth that price tag, which is $160?
yeah. I mean, my feelings aren't really mixed.
I don't think it's mixed. I think it's just kind of, we're just rounding out.
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, I need it. Obviously, that was the first run. I went with like a paper thin sock, and it's a Nike sock that I got when I had the fly knit, Vaporfly fly knit. So it was like, that was the one that was like, people were like, should I size up? Should I not size up? So I got a really thin sock when I was at the Chicago Marathon Expo, and I wore that because it's white and these are white, and I thought, hey, that looks cool.
But did it, right?
It did.
Okay.
But not as good as Megan's looked with the John G pants. So I'm going to try it with a thicker sock, maybe like a Belega Hidden Comfort
Yeah.
sock, and it should take care of some of the issues I'm having. But as far as feel under the foot, yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
the
nice.
shoe is worth it. I mean, as far as just the dope hype on the look.
I mean, I took it out for a couple miles today, and I wore thicker socks, like those underwear socks, and I felt like it could, I know what you're talking about, and I
yeah.
felt with thicker socks, it felt more secure.
Okay.
So you might want
I'll
to
check it
definitely
out.
check that out.
But I do think it's, and if you can get, like Gavin was talking about with the durability of React, if you can get 500 miles out of these, then yeah, it's definitely worth it.
I mean, average dude, like that's legit 500, at least for me.
Yeah.
Like I still, my first pair, I probably
I
had
ran
like
500
4 something on them.
Yeah.
You
So did
also
I.
weigh $1 nothing.
Well, yeah, but and like even that, it's the same price point
Yeah.
as those, so
Yeah.
I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah.
So
I mean, right now, this is definitely going to be in consideration for one of the most exciting shoes of the year. I mean, it's got to be.
Until the Alpha
So my question
Yeah.
is, because I don't follow Nike as much because it's not as accessible to people like me. This shoe, is this coming into the arsenal for the person who wants more stability and struggles with pronating. So
I do think it's got the stable platform, like I was talking about with the horseshoe piece on there. This is pretty rigid. With the wider base of the shoe, I think this addresses something that's kind of been like not being talked about, but the posting in shoes, that right now, if you talk stability, you're really just talking about they throw in a stiffer piece of material on the medial side of the shoe, so that your ankle can't roll in.
Yeah.
But your ankle still on the inside of the shoe is rolling. It's just moving that away from the cement and up into here. So what this shoe does with a wider base and that platform, it's creating a more stable platform. So it's a neutral shoe with stability, if that makes sense.
So for someone who loves, the regular React, this isn't a necessity. But for someone who's running the React and it's not as comfortable, this is where all of a sudden now they have a React option.
Well, 2018 React was my favorite shoe, and I know you still have a heart for it.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting enough support out of that shoe. The second, it was an incredible innovation. I felt like when it came out in 2018, it was, a simple midsole configuration, a nice knit upper. It was just clean, simple, just a beautiful shoe. And I still feel like the React 2 was a beautiful shoe. It's just, at that point, I wanted a little more, something out of the shoe. And so for me, I actually, if I had to choose between the React and this right now, I'd probably lean towards this. I just like the way it felt underfoot, where the React can kind of feel a little squirrely and a little, I guess stable. Yeah, I don't want to get back to stable, but when I land in the
thin.
React, I feel like there's give a little bit.
I know what you're talking about, because that is when you feel that, you really feel it.
Yeah, but this shoe, really stable platform and just smooth.
Do you know what drop it is?
10.
It is 10. Yeah.
I believe.
There you go, Colin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10 millimeter drop. You have the spec sheets. We got the spec sheets,
Oh.
so we could just look it up.
Okay.
We'll post it later in the.
Yeah, and plus we'll have the review
the
coming up in
comments,
2 weeks. So.
Yeah.
Plus, and we only have 5 miles in it, so we don't want to give
6.
anything. 6. Okay. Sorry, Thomas ran 6 miles this morning.
Shorting me a mile. Come on, I ran till my Garmin
Bad.
clicked over.
So we get
the gods of Garmin, thank you.
Yeah.
Or Koros, or whatever you do to track your miles. Yeah.
Fitbit. Right?
Fitbit, yeah.
You want to track by steps, not by miles.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right. Well, should we move on to a couple other new shoes we got?
Sure.
And if you have any other questions on the Infinity React Infinity,
I'll be taking it for a 10-mile run tomorrow. You gonna come out at all for?
I'll try to come out for a little bit, I think.
All right.
If I can.
Gavin, you there tomorrow? All right. Some of the guys are running this crazy 35-mile Patapsco trail. What do they call it?
Fat ass race.
What are they calling the Patapsco?
Trail party?
Trail party. Yeah. Good luck to you guys. I know Jeremy and John Ober were talking about it. I don't know if he's still feeling it, but 35 miles.
One more quick question about this.
Yeah.
Did you notice the rocker feel? Because that was one of the things that Nike kind of pushed in the promotional materials.
Yeah. It definitely rolls through the stride. So yes and no. I'm a mid-foot to forefoot striker anyway, so I don't get the full benefit of a rocker style shoe. But Megan definitely could give an answer, and she's reviewing it for us. She lands a little further back than I do and rolls through, but yeah, it's really smooth through the stride. I found myself we were doing easy miles, and I found myself kind of wanting to pick it up.
Sweet. All right. Cool.
All right.
Let's move on to the Adidas.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 here. Robbie's been reviewing the RC2. I've been reviewing both the RC2 and the Adios 5. Get a lot of questions about the shoe. I know there's a big fan base for this shoe. I don't know. For me, these are starting to fall into a weird place for running for me.
Like a weird no man's land.
Yeah, I'm not I raced a 5K in it this weekend, and it was good, but comparing it to other shoes that I might run in, like the Vaporfly, later in the miles.
You're spoiled.
I am spoiled. I'm very spoiled. Later in the miles, this has the lightweight feel of a Vaporfly, but it just doesn't have that pop coming off. So race day shoe, even in a 5K, I think for me, I want that cush. Now what was great is because I'm not gonna drop a sub 20 5K yet at the race on Wednesday, because I haven't never dropped a sub 20 5K.
No, it's because it's Hillary.
My closest is like 2003 or something. I forget. 2019. Anyway, so
The course wasn't measured correctly though.
that is true, because my Garmin. But anyway, so when I ran it, what was nice about this is I didn't have to show up in Vaporflies. So I showed up in these and I ran it. It's a fun shoe to go through your strides. It feels light and fast. What's missing now from the formula is that bounce and pop that you get from a shoe like the Vaporfly or even the Rebel, to a certain degree. Some of those bounces. So that's where these shoes start to fall into a weird spot for me. Is okay, like the shoe that we were just talking about, the Infinity React. That's a really nice, comfortable daily running shoe that you can go smooth. And for some people, depending on what your goals are, that might be your marathon shoe. Like it's nice. Can kick over, the turnover's fine, it rolls through your stride, gives you plenty of comfort. If you're out there, like say you're out there for more than 3.5 hours, you know you're going to be out there closer to 4, the cushioning and the things that the Infinity offer might be a good shoe for you for a marathon, whereas anything fast than that, you're going to want to go speed shoe, and that's where these fall in. But
And then where does the Adizero RC2 come in?
well, what you'll see is the new Light Strike foam comes in here, and you can see it's kind of like a top midsole, and then on the Adios 5, you get a layer of the Boost, and then both of them have the new what do you even call that? Forget the name.
No,
of it.
another company.
The what?
calls that the
I mean,
Trust Stick.
they call
It's a
it.
truss
They
stick,
call it
but
a torsion system.
Yeah, it's their torsion system, but it is basically like an exterior plate.
But then, so this has the boost layer, but then for the Adizero RC2, it's just the Light Strike foam,
Yeah.
which
And you
is-
don't get the Continental rubber.
the foam hasn't been used too much in the running shoes, but it has been used in their basketball shoes over the last year.
The
So
Light
it's not-
Strike.
Yeah, the Light Strike. So
Yeah.
it's not completely new foam. For these, I felt that I felt they were pretty. It's like a pretty firm. Like you're getting a pretty hard ride. on it.
It's harsh.
The grip is good. I like the form fit of it, like the thin profile. We talked
Yeah.
about that.
I mean, as far as a running shoe, the toe down look
Yeah, it looks
is
nice.
fast. It's like a knife. It looks good.
We both hate the weird weathered look to the stripes, and I actually blacked mine out with Sharpie on my pair. This is Thomas's pair, but on my pair at home, I blacked it out because it's driving me crazy. It looks like a pair of like faded Abercrombie jeans from 2004. You know, everything's like distressed. Like, why are we distressing things still? It's 2020.
Well, because I put a lot of miles on this shoe. The paint. I'm running so fast.
Yeah.
The paint is peeling off.
So weird. Maybe we're like cycling back to the early 2000s already, and they're ahead of us.
I think that is.
And
They are.
we're
They are.
distressing everything again.
So is the big difference between these two is that this has a little bit of boost and that,
Continental rubber, boost.
Rubber,
I mean,
no boost.
there's like no midsole to this. So how big of a difference is the boost making for?
I mean, I did feel it in the heel. Because I actually prefer this color for racing. I like looking down and seeing something that looks fast, and this to me is a fast color. I've seen other shoes this color. I don't know which ones, but it's a fast color.
The Solomon or the Salming.
That is one.
That is.
That's probably not the one I was referring to. We'll educate you later, Whitey. I said white. So I wanted to wear this for race day, but I tried them on side by side, and I put miles in this one, and I put more miles in this. I ran a 10-mile run in this down in Florida last week, and I only packed one shoe for the running, so I did like slow 6-mile run in this. I did a nice pace 10-mile run in it. It's a good shoe, but it falls into a weird spot for me now. Like, I don't know where this shoe would fit for me in my lineup. I guess I like 2 shoes, a daily trainer and a race day, and that you can use that race day for tempo runs and trainings. Maybe I'd add a 3rd shoe in where this would be, I'd save my race day shoe for
Like a
race
track.
day. This would be my track. and my tempo day and fast day shoe. I do like it. It fits great. The look from toe down is it looks fast, looks sharp. But between these two, I'd probably stick with the Boost. I just like that little extra bounce in the heel.
Yeah, I mean going downhill too, and that has to feel better.
Yeah.
With the heel.
And the 5K was hilly.
Yeah.
So that I did notice coming down, and you do get decent grip with the Continental rubber.
So speaking of not so much racing shoes but daily trainers, do we get the ASICS Gel Nimbus Lite?
Am I allowed to talk about that?
The Lite we are, yeah.
Oh, we are. Can I really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were on embargo on that one.
Just the other one.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah, we'll probably do a more in-depth video of this. But dang, I like this shoe. It's a 10 millimeter drop. It's got the new light foam.
Announce it again. Just so.
This is the ASICS Gel Nimbus Lite. Why don't you tell them some things about it that are good for the environment? Like the 100% recycled laces.
There's a lot of recycling going on in the shoe.
Yeah.
The upper is made. What's the upper made of?
Recycled stuff?
But what? I forget all the actual recycled specs on it. But I know
Remember
it's like,
this?
it's
This was
aluminum.
made of like some sort of.
like eucalypt. No,
No, that was the other one.
Different. Come on.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Anyways,
Anyways, back to it.
in the full
I
review,
know we were
you'll
talking
see.
about the recycling
We can
part.
break down. I didn't give Robbie.
I'll
a
bring it up.
brief.
I'll bring it
Yeah.
up right now.
The
The
brief
top
on it.
is like Diet Cola aluminum cans, and the midsole is recycled books.
Lots of caffeine in that shoe.
Yeah. This is recycled. Yeah, recycled sippy cups.
Sorry.
Who's gonna pull it?
All right, I got it. Right
All right, here we go.
We got the tongue mesh, 100% recycled. Shoelace, 100% recycled. Back counter mesh, 86% recycled. Vamp mesh, 40% recycled.
Okay.
Tongue collar and ankle mesh lining, 31% recycled. Sock lining top mesh, I don't know what that means. More things.
That's this.
What about the gel?
Flake foam midsole utilizing the biomass waste product from the production of sugarcane.
Sugarcane.
Yeah.
Sweet soul.
Sweet. So you can definitely
I'm sold.
you can actually put
Yeah.
that in your diet soda
Tastes like
to
sweat.
make it more sugary.
I
Okay,
need
cool.
more sugary shoes.
All right.
Yeah. This
But-
guy, this is made for that guy right there.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna lose an eye today.
Might.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up looking like this.
Yeah.
This guy.
This has a donut hole, right? No, it doesn't.
Dead.
So that's great that it's all recycled, but honestly, if it doesn't run well, I don't really care.
True.
I have no soul.
He's not.
No, but good for ASICS because this does run well, and I really liked it. Matter of fact, if this had come out a little bit earlier, it would be in competition with the 1080 V10 for me. It has the same feeling in the midsole, that pop, that bounce, but it's light enough. There's encapsulated gel in the forefoot and the back, so you get a nice little feeling. It kind of reminded me of the Nike Pegasus with the Air, the full-length Air unit. This doesn't have full-length gel, but you feel like that little bit of something extra in the midsole that gives it some life. Really like that part. Smooth transition through it. It's a 10 millimeter drop. I know people get hung up on drop. Honestly, when it rides this smooth, you're not going to really notice the drop. And they did a really nice job making it flexible for a shoe this cushion. Like, look at that flex.
That is a lot of flex there.
Yeah. Weird flex. Right on.
Weird flexes for 2020.
Yeah. So, tons of rubber. I'd say almost too much rubber. Like, this thing is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Talk about, again, your value. The upper, of course, is like an ASICS uppers. They got uppers nailed. You got a great fitting shoe up for the top. It's definitely a comfort fitting shoe. Where we were talking about the heel counter and the collar of the Infinity React, where it's real thin. And it kind of gave, a feeling of looseness. This is padded right around your ankle. This is comfort. This is a very comfortable shoe. Light enough to go fast. Again, I did some double-digit runs in this, and it was actually one of them was with you a couple weeks ago, where we were both running surprisingly fast.
Oh yeah, that's where you guys were dropping in the sevens.
Yeah, we were for an easy run.
10 mile run?
Yeah, and
What do you know what the drop is on that?
I think it's 10 millimeter.
Let me check. It is 10 millimeter.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and do you know what it weighs for your size?
I do. It weighs 10 point, I want to say
6? I think it is around that.
6, and that puts it at like 299 grams or something like that.
Yeah, because on the men's...
Or no, that
a little
299
bit more.
grams I think was
It's a little bit more than that.
the Diodora Mythos.
The size 9 is 9.7 ounces according to specs.
Yeah.
So, that's
So I mean, it's really in the same range as the Infinity React as far as weight and the 1080 V10. This is just a comfort shoe. It's a comfort shoe, and being that it has that bounce and a little bit of responsiveness, I felt myself picking up the pace in this when I needed to. Really impressed. Because
Yeah.
I'm not, I'll be honest with you, Nimbus, the regular Nimbus, and some of the other shoes, that didn't really do it for me.
It's ironic that you talk about this because this morning in the rain I ran in the Nimbus 21, so
wow.
I was like throwing back for that.
Yeah.
This is clearly much much fancier.
It's a nice move in the right direction.
Yeah, and we've got one other ASICS here that we can't show you.
No, we can
Well,
actually.
maybe
Do you,
Yeah,
have
all
to,
of
do you
them.
want to look at it? You can look at it.
Ooh.
We'll be able to show that to you in how many weeks?
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
It could be on next week's show. But the direction ASICS is going, it's really nice to see them going in this direction. I mean, I've really struggled because I passed up shoes in the past to review just because they just didn't work for me. They're overbuilt, a little too heavy, stiff. This is a nice shoe with a lot of responsiveness. Very comfortable. Like you can go miles and miles and miles in this.
Yeah, that's
So,
nice.
yeah.
And we're excited. We got a bunch of ASICs coming in the next couple months that are kind of
There's some
exciting.
cool spec sheets.
Yeah.
I looked at them.
Yeah,
I looked.
should be
Jared.
nice. Yeah, the DS Gel Trainer is coming in, the 25. That's coming in like in the next day or two.
Are you reviewing that one?
I don't think. And then, but we don't have an embargo on that, so we can
Show it
talk
when
about
we
that
get
as soon
it.
as we get it. Yeah, some other cool stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways,
The shoe we're not showing you kind of ties in with the Meta Ride and the Glide Ride. So excited because I really did like the Glide Ride too for a long haul comfort shoe. It would be tough for me to say the Glide Ride is great for miles and miles and miles. I think this guy's a little more versatile. So it'll be interesting to see with this next version that we pop out of this box for you next week, how that fits into the mix.
yep, cool. So I think we can kind of touch on a couple more things for this episode. It is 2020. Did all our best favorite running shoes of 2019. Some of our goals. Everybody talks about the end of year Strava stuff, things like that. But kind of wanted to see what you guys are thinking 2020 is looking like. Like, what are your goals looking like? Anybody out there in the comments?
tell us your goals.
Yeah, we want to know what you guys are
Gavin, you have any
thinking.
goals? Playing it by ear?
Playing it by ear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what you're doing too, right?
Yeah, this is the first time. Usually I have myself all scheduled out, but I think the biggest learning thing I had from 2019 was, I had a little bit, it wasn't like a horrible marathon at Wineglass, but I had a little bit of a disappointment there. So I had the fitness and I had the stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to train right now. I know there's a marathon coming up in locally for me that I could maybe use my fitness if it feels good. So I just kept training, and I didn't really talk about it. I didn't put it on Strava. I just was like, if the race day, if the temperatures are right, if my body feels good, if things feel good, I'll jump in and do it. If it doesn't, no harm. Just go about my business. Nobody has to know. No expectations. And when I did that, it's like a revelation for me. It just took all the pressure off. And I mean, I still had a little bit of jitters when I got to the start line, but the weather was good. I felt good. My training was good. I even did, being off of Strava, I did some runs maybe I normally wouldn't have done. Like I ran a net gain 1,000 foot 20-mile run and didn't care about the pace or anything, just to get it under my legs and not even think about it. And was able to do some stuff without seeing how it would play out publicly, which did really well. So to get back to your point, goals this year, kind of playing it by ear. Like, I'm going to train, I'm going to be ready, and if something feels good. But I also learned that I need cold weather. Like, I need a
Yeah.
30 to 50 degree race day. No more of these 70 degree marathons.
And if it is
for me.
winter, for some reason you race in Florida. So.
Yeah, I know. And we do. We're running Charleston
next
weekend, and again, it's like I'm going in really light in my head, where it's like if it's hot and warm, I'm just gonna enjoy the good food of Charleston, enjoy running, and not really worry too much about pace or goal. But I mean, if I get to the start line and it is 70 and I still feel great, I'll run the hell out of it.
I like it. Yeah, and I think personally, my goals for this year are just to basically stay healthy, get healthy, stay healthy. Last year was a complete disaster of a running year for me. I hated it, and still kind of taking the last 6 weeks to really start crack down on like getting healthy and be better, and I'm starting to feel better. I'm pretty optimistic about 2020.
Yeah,
So
it was awesome to start the new year getting a running with you.
yeah, that was nice.
That's fun.
It was real nice. But I'm actually taking this whole year to do kind of like a human experiment type thing, where I'm committing a year of my running life, to doing low heart rate training and seeing where it takes me. Because my aerobic fitness is complete garbage. Like it's
It's
bad.
like his diet.
Yeah. So I'm
We're
really
working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah.
We've had I know a few people and friends who've had really good success with it, and part of the reason I've been injured for last year was just from running crazy hard stuff, like too hard, and not enough volume to even it out. Like I just wasn't ready for it.
I mean, I always feel like you look at people, and you, with your experience, you're going to be like, hey, if you see someone who's overdoing it, you're like automatically go to, hey, be careful, you're going to overtrain. I've gotten to the place though, like if I see somebody overtraining or what I would think is overtraining, I just sit back and watch, because it's not what hurts you may not hurt somebody else, and so especially when you talk about some of these younger runners,
Yeah.
that their body recovers a lot faster.
Right.
They come in. It's okay to make those mistakes, and I honestly think it's good sometimes for people to find where their limits are, so that they discover it for themselves.
In a lot of ways, I'm glad for it, assuming that I do get better. Because I really needed to be taught a hard lesson in cross training and strength training, which are just things that I was like, I can do whatever the hell I want and I'll be fine. And I really didn't take care of myself in those other areas, and it all came back to haunt me eventually.
Quit going out into the woods at 2 a.m. It's scary.
Yeah,
That
it is.
I'm still gonna do. That was the best part of my year, to be honest.
So Jerry, you're already committed to one goal, and that was to becoming slower than your wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I would like to see about breaking a 20-minute 5K.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like that.
That's one of my goals
That's
this
a
year
good,
too.
great goal.
Yeah, that I feel like would be like a later fall thing.
I don't know. Why don't we go for it at Boston?
Because we're
you
gonna be
just-
walking around a lot in Boston.
Not the first day. It's like the first day
and
we
I'm
get
getting
there.
in late. We'll see. It's too soon.
All right.
But
it's a 5K.
I don't know. I would like to race more.
All
I
right.
think last year I only did a few, and then making sure I can get through Kentucky Marathon pacing Alley without her wanting to leave me.
I'm hoping that she wants to leave you. Not leave you like as a wife, but I'm hoping.
So I'm worried about the marriage thing at mile 22.
Not leaving
her being like, I hate you, stop this.
Yeah.
But if you can get through the wall in a marathon,
I
imagine
know.
what you can get through in real life.
Anything.
I mean, I guess this also brings up one other thing that I want to work on this year is I want to get more comfortable at start lines. Like I want to be able to show up to races with less anxiety, with more enjoyment, and more anticipation rather than like I almost like even at the 5K out last Wednesday, I showed up and my kids were there, my boys were there, and I was like, "You guys want me to run with you? I don't need to really run this one." You know, I was already trying to back out and get out of the race, and my son says, "No, Dad, you run up ahead and come back for us when you're done." And I was like, "Crap," and, so I didn't get out of it. But that's something personally I'd like to work on is just the my mindset this year. And you know, last year I set it as a goal to meditate every day, and I did a pretty good job. I think out of the year I probably meditated 350 to 325 days out of the year. I missed a couple, but this year I'm doubling down, and it's like, okay, that didn't matter if I got in 3 minutes of meditation or 5 minutes of meditation. Now my goal is to get 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes a day of meditation every day.
That's awesome. I like it.
I mean, I think the pre-race jitters is good though, as long as you can harness it without freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that if it's a mile all the way up to anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty common.
Yeah. But I want to get better. Like, I think
Thomas is a whole other level though. He used to be. I think
I knocked myself down. Like, I've lost the race before the race starts.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm working on.
And as far as other 2020 goals, we got some crazy ones for Believe in the Run.
Yeah.
Pretty excited. I think
We got
it's
some
gonna
2021 goals too.
We got goals for decades.
We got goals for decades.
We're thinking 2081.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be around.
We're-
Robot Thomas. It
Yeah,
won't
but
matter.
the
I-
Thomas Newberger.
You know, you guys
Memorial
are going to be
Run.
upset when we can download ourselves into a computer and stuff, and I'm faster than both of you.
Yeah.
As a robot.
Yeah, but imagine that BQ time that you'd have to reach for that age. I mean, you got that.
Nothing. Yeah, you'd be like, just cross the finish line anywhere.
Just send a record of your heartbeat.
Yeah. Did you finish a marathon? Great, come on board. Yeah, so that's
But yeah,
awesome.
So, anyways, we're excited about that.
I want to drink more tequila with this man.
Definitely want to do that.
A Pizzato.
I mean, I'm on that mezcal kick now that Gavin's got me.
Have you tried the Sotol?
I have.
Yeah, I like the Sotol.
Yeah.
You probably tried it
At your
my
house. Yeah.
I've
good.
I've had one bottle that I bought twice, and I'll probably buy it again. It's delicious stuff.
I've been trying to like convince everyone I know. I'm like, this, like, you got to get on the mezcal kick.
Yeah, and you probably saw, if you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen a 6-pack of Sufferfest beer that I grabbed down in Florida. But we're hoping that they become a sponsor of the show, and it's
Might
looking
be.
good.
So we'll just throw
Delicious.
them out there already.
I'm not even a
Sufferfest.
beer guy that much, and I really like this stuff.
Oh wait, I have to ask this question. Last question, because Julie asked it last week and we didn't answer it.
Okay.
If you're traveling for 2 weeks and can only pack one pair of running shoes, what do you wear?
Is
What do you
there
bring?
gonna
That's
be a
easy.
race?
I think this is just like general travel. but-
Because if there's gonna be a race, I know what
could
shoe
do-
I'm packing if I only can pack one shoe.
Yeah, we all okay.
We
Yeah.
get it, Thomas.
But right now, I mean, for 2 weeks, I mean, we're always reviewing some, so it takes something
But
that
I look
I
like
have to review.
what's a good shoe to travel with? Because
stick.
I love the Epic React for traveling because that thing folds down to nothing.
That's true.
You can just. Put
That's a
that
good
in
one.
any
I think the
pocket.
1080 V10 can handle
that
a
would
lot
work.
of stuff.
That would work.
Beacon too.
This guy can handle a lot of stuff.
Beacon too.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Kimbara.
that's your light. You know, it's light
That's
enough.
true.
That way you get under the 50-pound weight limit if you need to carry on.
Kimbara now 11, I would take.
Yeah.
And you know what? After the first run in these Infinity, I might be taking those with me. I'm loving them. I can't wait for my run tomorrow.
Yeah. I know. I'm excited.
Shiny.
Yeah.
I can't wait to dirty them up. I like
Yeah.
that ad where they're all.
someone asked
all
when
muddy
those.
and stuff.
Someone asked when the Vurays were dropping. The backpacks, I think.
Oh, we got to put them up on the site.
Do we
They're
even show
cool.
those off on here?
Dude,
No,
they're
we
cool
haven't shown them off.
backpacks.
You want to see them?
We'll show them off. But we'll
This might have been one of the best pickup from Trey.
So here you go. These are the Believe in the Run Blu-ray bags, and we will be selling these online. I think the price is going to be $30, so very affordable. Wide mouth cinch top. Throw your shoes in there.
Yeah. Here's another. Okay.
There we go. Plenty of room. I still
Plenty of
have
room
room
for
for
two
like
shoes.
sweatpants. I could probably stick in more shoes if I wanted. A jacket, sweatpants, cinch top. You got an outer pocket here.
There's a pocket on the inside.
Nice sunglasses, headphones, that kind of stuff. There is also an inside pocket for cash and goods and maybe a wallet, something that you don't want on the outside. Lightly padded back. Very nice,
Breathable.
sporty, breathable straps.
Yeah.
You can run with this bag too. I mean, it cinches up pretty nicely. It doesn't have, say, like the chest strap that brings it together, but you can cinch these up to your arms pretty tightly with a padded back that I felt like it was secure enough.
This is the perfect airplane carry-on.
Yeah, it's like a nice.
Yeah, it's
For-
nice. I also
for-
think it's just like today I brought it in for to bring in the shoes that we're going to talk about. I was able to throw the shoes in here and just grab it throw it together. I also threw in my lunch in it. So yeah.
Not threw up your lunch in it. Just threw your lunch.
No, so yeah, so these will be up on the site soon. $30. It goes to support the team and the mission that we're on to help you find great shoes.
You think like next week or so?
Yeah.
Next
I
week.
mean, next week.
Within the next week.
Oh, that's the other thing. We're going up to Philadelphia this week to visit with Adizero shoes. They're based out of Philadelphia in the United States. Actually, they're Italian shoe. I've been running the Mythos Elite hip, and that review is going up soon. It's written. Just I write stuff. Robbie makes sure it doesn't sound stupid, and then
It's a
puts it
full-time
up.
job.
It is.
I'm just kidding.
Robbie,
I don't know shoe. But that's how he knows how things are made of recycled stuff.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So we're going up there. We're excited to find out why they're inviting us, what they got to show us. We'll probably live do the whole show from Instagram during the day, and
We'll do some stuff.
yeah, let you know what we're up to. But we're excited for that. So check us out. We'll have Diodora, and I don't think I'll be on the show next week because I'm going to be on my way to Charleston.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
we'll be
you
in
may want
Charleston.
to
Recruit some guests.
you might want to recruit. Look at
If
this.
any of y'all are in
If-
Baltimore, hit
If
us
Gavin can get back off at 1,
Yep.
he'd be a good co-host for you. So yeah, so that's about it.
up. Okay, cool. All right.
What did they say? Peace, apple
juice
juice.
things.
Oh yeah, make sure join our Facebook group, Believe in the Run. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Buy a backpack. There are actually only going to be a handful of them left by the time we really are only going to have like maybe 10 to 15 at most.
Oh, is this like a scarcity?
Get them hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be like a half of one. So.
Yeah, you might get a fanny pack if you're
Yeah.
lucky.
All right.
All right,
Peace out.
Gavin, come here.
Oh,
Ah.
you're still on.
Okay, come here, Gavin. The legend, the man that has gotten half of Baltimore drunk on
Oh,
Mexican
wow.
liquor.
Yeah,
It's probably true.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. See ya.
Gets people
Yeah.
hyped.